Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Great to have you with us. 888-900-3393, Pat Unleashed on Twitter. NCAA basketball championship game last night. Won by Florida.
The chomp-ionship, baby.
Championship. So stupid. Well, Houston was ahead most of the game.
Yeah.
They controlled it. But
They sure did.
But lost 65-63 in the end.
Down to the wire, man.
They were up 42-30 in the second half. So they were up by 12.
And that's
Couldn't
about
hang
the time that I passed out.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
And I woke up and I look at the final score and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Came back and did it.
No doubt.
So it was a great year for the SEC. They had 38 teams in the tournament. And it's weird because there's only 16 teams in the SEC. How'd you get 38 teams in there?
That's how they do it.
Yeah.
That's how they do it. They're the SEC.
They're the SEC.
They're the SEC.
Nobody can complain about
didn't
it.
question
it's the SEC. No. Do they deserve 38 teams? Yeah, I guess so.
They're there.
They're there.
What are you going to do?
It's not up to me, okay? It's not up to me. But the Big 12 actually had a better record in the tournament than the SEC did.
Okay.
So I just want to make that clear.
Okay.
And they nearly won the championship.
Yeah, they did.
But not quite.
I mean, the world thought Houston was going to win it. They thought they were going to win it.
Sure did.
And
they should have.
Well, but
couldn't quite hang on, though.
Florida has battled.
They're good.
All year long, right down. In this tournament, man, every game has been down to the wire. They just have refused to say no.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
It was fun to watch. And I love the end. I don't know if we have it. I love the NCAA March Madness X account posted Clayton Jr. at the end. And it was just a wrap-up of him signing the camera lens and a check.
Yeah.
A check. I gave him the big quick end of the season with the quick chomp. It was over. It was awesome. That's the end.
Kinda
How
cool.
to wrap up the season.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
So, college basketball football's over. College basketball's over.
We got NBA playoffs coming up.
Yeah.
A week or so.
Not the same, but
got the hockey playoffs. What's his face broke the record the other night.
Right.
So I mean, we got records being broken in the NHL. We got baseball kicking off.
Yes.
They were all there. And the Dodgers were at the White House yesterday. Trump's a busy man.
Yes, he is.
I think we have the clip of where he was. He had the whole team behind him. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we've got a computer issue or something right now. So
we don't.
Hopefully,
never
we'll
mind.
get that. Yeah.
Never mind.
So we'll get to that later.
We'll
show you later.
Trump was hilarious.
Yeah.
In front when he had the team behind him.
He's always good with that. He's natural with people.
Yeah.
You know, he's just got a vibe about him that he seems to like hanging out with people from time to time.
He does seem to like that.
Seems to like it.
It's almost as if he does that and he enjoys it.
Yeah, almost. It's almost as if. So, we'll see. Somebody was, who was I just seeing was like boycott? Was it the Philadelphia Eagles boycotting? Some of them, at least, are not going to go to the White House. Right?
Well, that was
it Jalen
the
Hurts
rumor.
That
was the rumor. But they quickly, I thought, denied that. There may be players.
I thought.
As I know.
Well, I think the team is coming, but certain players have been allowed to stay.
It's possible that
away.
players have stayed away, but I mean, the team immediately came out and said, "No, we're going to the White House."
Yeah. Okay.
No, that's incorrect. So I maybe there's some players. I don't know that. It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah. Also, over the weekend, some really deadly storms, unrelenting rain and storms killed at least 24 people across 7 states. Really sad.
The footage was devastating.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw some just terrible flooding, and I've witnessed that before, where where my grandparents lived. In fact, in Michigan, Tuscola County. By the way.
Okay, right there.
They lived on the Cass River there, and every year it flooded.
Yeah.
And one year, of course, you have the once-in-a-lifetime flood where, it was the whole up as high as the first floor of the house, and everything just is devastated. I mean, I feel so bad.
But that just happened recently due to climate change, right? I mean, that just happened.
Funny thing, no.
Like last week.
No,
No?
No, it didn't.
Huh.
I mean, for years we took pictures of the water up to the porch of the house or just back behind the work shed. And then 1 year, 1 year was really, really bad. Where obviously,
what, like year before last? Then was it year before last?
I feel like it was 30, 40 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Because that stuff didn't happen.
It did.
Floods only now happen.
Did happen.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Huh. So yeah, but
this was a precursor.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah. It was like, okay, you better stop driving cars.
They were trying.
This is going to get
tell
worse. So Tennessee, Kentucky, it hit really hard. 3 deaths in Missouri, Arkansas, Georgia. I mean, it's tough. All we got pretty much was cold weather. We had a really cold weekend
winter again
in Texas. I mean, 40s. For the high.
No.
That's incredible in April. That just doesn't happen here as a rule. So, strange weather, climate change. It's gotten so hot that it's become cold.
It's become cold again. I had people in my house saying, we should turn on the heat. Another blanket is what's needed. Okay.
There's something called a sweater. Parka. Go put one on. Yeah, you don't want to be paying for heat in April.
Oh, man.
It's bad enough as it is during the winter, isn't it? Also, AOC apparently flying first class to those Sanders fighting oligarchy tour things. This is so fantastic.
I mean, it's perfect.
She was...
it's just perfect. That's who they are.
Photographed flying first class to a Bernie Sanders event last month with critics saying how it shows she battles inequality one mimosa at a time. That is fantastic.
That's funny. But it's just who they are.
It's just the hypocrisy of it, you know? I mean, I don't begrudge anybody flying first class. If you can do it, that's great. I like first class better than coach too.
And I think it was on I forget what airline was on it, and I remember reading, I thought, they have first class? I think it was like Spirit.
Spirit
or JetBlue. I think it was one
really?
of them. And I remember thinking,
I don't think Spirit has it.
That's what I'm saying. I gotta see if it was what it was, because I was like, oh, okay.
There was at least one incredulous passenger who snapped AOC getting comfy in the roomy first class cabin. Yeah, it's JetBlue.
Yeah, okay.
Flight 511, March 19th, departed from JFK in Queens, where she spoke at a Sanders rally fighting oligarchy. The next day, she rallied along with her socialist comrade, Bernie Sanders, in North Vegas at Arizona State University in Tempe. And the commenter wrote, "Nothing says power to the people like ignoring voters looking to say hello and reclining in first class while tweeting about income inequality."
No kidding.
That's for sure. So again, it's just the hypocrisy of it.
And I'm sure the reason we
madness.
didn't see Bernie Sanders flying in first class because he was on a private jet. Yes. I don't know that.
But probably.
Probably.
The guy's got, 3 homes? He's got beach homes. He's got a $3 million home in Vermont.
Listen, if you can fly private, good on you.
Yeah,
I love it.
Don't come to me crying poor mouth and income inequality then.
Thank you.
I don't want to hear it. I got no time for that.
Thank you.
Just asinine. But that's how these socialists are. And make no mistake, Bernie Sanders is dyed-in-the-wool socialist, and so is AOC. A socialist who doesn't know what a garbage disposal is in your sink, by the way. She had no idea what that was.
That wasn't too long ago.
That was not very... No, it was a couple of years ago. What's this thing in my kitchen that makes noise when you flip a switch? What is that? I'm scared. I'm scared of that.
It's because she just moved into a new apartment and had this newfangled thing.
I mean, it's brand new. They've only had that since the 40s. So you probably haven't heard about it yet. We'll try to catch you up. But you want to do it gradually because otherwise it'll freak you out and you'll get the bends, intellectual bends.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like ascending too fast in the water. You know, when you've been really deep, you got to do it slowly. So bring her along slowly in New York, if you would. We'd appreciate that. Let me tell you about a great way to invest. It's a system called Bank on Yourself, and it's a fantastic system. It is a system that works for people. no matter what, pretty much. They haven't had a down year in something like 165 years. It's just an amazing system, and we'll get into that a little later on. I guess for right now, we've got fast-growing trees to tell you about. Okay? But maybe I'll tell you about
banking on yourself.
Yes, it is.
With fast-growing trees. I'm a fan of fast-growing trees, by the way.
Oh, I am, too. I love them.
And I try, every time I go to the website, I'm down the fast-growing trees rabbit hole for a good 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, ooh, that would look nice. I wouldn't mind growing that. You can't grow it where you live, fat man, so move on. Okay, look on this page.
Well, that's a good thing, because you don't want to buy it and then plant it and then find out it's not going to grow.
I know.
That's where fast-growing trees comes in. It is fantastic. And it's the biggest online nursery in the U.S. with thousands of different plants and over 2 million happy customers. They have all the plants your yard needs, like fruit trees, privacy trees, flowering trees, shrubs, and lots more. Whatever plant you're interested in, Fast Growing Trees has you covered. And you can find that perfect fit for your climate and space because they know what will grow in Texas or wherever you happen to be, Montana, if that's where you are. But you can easily get your dream yard or order online and get your plants delivered directly to your door in just a few days without ever leaving home. Their Alive and Thrive guarantee ensures your plants arrive happy and healthy. Plus, you can get support, as we just mentioned, from the trained plant experts. They're on call to help you plan your landscape and lead you away from the plants that won't work in your area. So I love them. Jeffy loves them. You're going to love them, too. This spring, they have the best deals for your yard, up to half off on select plants and other deals. And listeners to our show get 15% off their first purchase when using the promo code PAT at checkout. That's an additional 15% off their already low prices at fastgrowingtrees.com. Use the promo code PAT at checkout, fastgrowingtrees.com. Promo code PAT. Now's the perfect time to plant. Use PAT. P-A-T, to save today. The offer is valid for a limited time. Terms and conditions may apply.
Pat Gray returns.
Okay, so I thought the point of the tariffs was fairness, right? We wanted everybody to treat us fairly like we've treated them for all these decades.
That was the original game plan, I thought.
Yeah. Now apparently it's shifted a bit from fairness to we need you to wipe out our debt with you. Is
only
that
for some countries though, right? Not all countries.
Well, for Europe. Apparently, Europe just offered a 0-for-0 tariff.
Yeah, she, what's her face, the head of EU, whatever her stupid name is. She was ready to make a deal. At least that was what it sounded
That's
like.
What she's saying.
Her speech, yeah.
Yeah, but apparently, Trump said the offer is not enough to reverse the 20% duties on imports.
Thanks for reaching out.
Yeah. Okay, we got 70 countries coming back to the table. And again, I thought that was the point. All right, let's negotiate with them. Let's get back to free trade.
Yeah, he was saying.
Let's do that.
Yeah, he was saying yesterday, though, and I wasn't quite sure about the EU. He was specifically talking about China, where I saw him talking about that, and he was talking that because of the deficit, we need to make up for that. We can go to this, we can work out a deal with the, like you said, the 0-for-0 and with tariffs, and then that's the deal. But yes, we need to make up for the deficit too.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's going to take some doing. But President Trump said yesterday the EU has been very tough over the years. It was formed to really do damage to the United States in trade. They don't take our cars, like Japan in that sense. They don't take our agriculture product. They don't take anything practically. We have a trade deficit with the European Union of $350 billion. Oof. Yeah. That is hefty. And it's going to disappear fast. And one of the ways that can disappear easily and quickly is they're going to have to buy our energy from us. Okay.
Yeah, I'm all right.
All right. So in addition to the 0-for-0, Now you got to buy energy from us instead of, I guess, Russia.
We need a little bit more from you.
Yeah, okay. All right. Asked elsewhere about whether the global tariffs imposed Saturday were merely an opening for further negotiations, Trump responded, "We're not looking at that." Oh. He said, "We have very many countries that are coming to negotiate deals with us, and they're going to be fair deals. In certain cases, they're going to be paying substantial tariffs. This is America first," he said. "There can be permanent tariffs, and there can also be negotiations." And again, 70 countries now. Yesterday it was 50.
Yeah.
Today they're saying 70. Trump has said virtually everybody. And I'm pretty sure that's probably true.
Yeah, I mean, he also urged Americans to be courageous and patient. He said it's a long-term economic pain right now, may come because of the tariffs, but it's for long-term gains. And I guess he also coined a new nickname for the people who were alarmed about the markets flashing, according to this story, PANICAN, PANICAN, the PANICAN, which he defined as a new party based on weak and stupid people.
That is awesome. That's awesome. I mean, he is really confident about this,
Yes,
though.
he is.
He's just full speed ahead. Damn the torpedoes. We're going for it. So,
Okay.
here we are. I mean, I'm just
here
hoping
we
he's
are.
right.
I know.
I'm hoping he's right.
I know.
Now, Benjamin Netanyahu, I think, has the right idea. He just said, we will eliminate the trade deficit. They're going to eliminate the trade deficit with us? Oh.
Okay.
And remove all trade barriers.
Okay. And
that's a negotiation we can get behind.
It is, and we talked.
Okay.
We talked the other day about regulations, and that really is what needs to happen. Because even Trump is talking. He's talking around the tariffs and mentioning regulations. I'm like, well, get rid of those then.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Let's get rid of those.
Exactly. Netanyahu further said, Israel can serve as a model for other countries that strive to do the same. Free trade has to be fair trade, he said. Yeah, and not only that, but especially with Israel, when we're sending you $3 billion a year to support you, to help defend your country, I think that's reasonable that you say, okay, we're going to remove all trade barriers, and you know what? You don't have any deficit with us anymore. That seems reasonable to me. So, good. He also said he sympathizes with President Trump's position on tariffs and says he's a free trade advocate, but free trade has to be fair trade. Later in their Oval Office press briefing, President Trump said countries would not have been willing to negotiate on tariffs with the U.S. if he hadn't taken the steps he took in the recent days. That's for sure.
I believe that.
They just keep going on their merry way. They had quite a gravy train going.
They sure did. And they, some of the experts have all talked about, well, maybe he needs to take a 90-day pause. We need to do that. And I'm thinking, I think then we'd be right back to where we're at.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
we would.
Right. If you believe it's going to work, and he obviously does, then now that we're in it, we're in it.
Yep.
Let's go.
That's right. That's exactly right. So we've got the Israeli thing. India has said they are seeking an equitable deal with us. Taiwan has promised zero tariffs and more investment in the United States.
And they've come to the table with money already.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Japan
and a lot.
Too.
A lot of it. So that's awesome. So it's great when these countries look to make deals like this instead of escalate the situation.
Yes.
Well, we're going to give you another 100% tariff.
And that's seemingly what China's doing.
Yeah, it is.
While the rest of the world is, coming to the table.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that's going to work out.
And we've got a massive deficit. When you talk about deficits, the trade deficit with China is, I don't know, $2 or $3 trillion or something. I mean, it's outrageous. It's outrageous.
Is it really that high?
Yeah,
it's huge.
I don't
know that number.
It is huge. Well, the last I saw it was years ago. It was over $1 trillion. So I'm just assuming that now. It's at least $2.
If it was $1 trillion a few years ago,
was.
$1 trillion,
and it's gotten worse.
Ain't what it used to be.
Isn't that true? Yeah, $1 trillion here, $1 trillion there. Pretty soon you're talking real money, you know?
Yes.
After a while, it starts to add up a little bit.
It sure does.
All right. Let me now tell you about Bank on Yourself, because there's a good chance you've been lied to. They tell you to defer paying your taxes by saving in a 401k or IRA because you'll retire in a lower tax bracket, right? But if that were true, why are so many retirees in the highest tax bracket of their lives? It's time to get the truth and discover a better way to grow and protect your money. And that's Bank on Yourself. It's the proven retirement plan alternative to banks and Wall Street, and they desperately don't want you to ever hear about it. It gives you the control. You are in control. You get access to your money for emergencies and opportunities with no questions asked, no penalties. There are no government penalties or restrictions on how much or when you can take your money. And when you use your money, it keeps growing like you never touched it. Try doing that with a 401k or an IRA. You can't. Built-in inflation protection. Your money is guaranteed to grow by a larger dollar amount every year in both good times and bad. Peace of mind. You'll know the minimum guaranteed value of your retirement savings on the day you plan to tap into them, and at every point along the way, too. You can get a free report that reveals how you can bank on yourself and enjoy tax-free retirement income, guaranteed growth, and control of your money. Just go to bankonyourself.com/unleashed. Get your free report. That's bankonyourself.com/unleashed. Bankonyourself.com/unleashed.
Pat Gray is unleashed.
Okay, so according to this, Trump said that we have a $1.9 trillion
So very
trade
close to
deficit.
$2 trillion.
Yeah. And there's many experts that are saying, no, that's not right. And they go down a list of goods and services that come back and forth where they try to limit that trade gap. But I mean, that's still a sizable amount.
1.9 trillion.
Let's say 1.9 trillion is wrong. Okay, it's only 1 trillion.
Or it's 1.5 trillion, probably more like. Oh, okay. So it's a drop in the bucket. Then.
Right.
Let's not even worry about it. Yeah, it's asinine. I mean, it's ridiculous that we haven't done anything about this until now.
Yeah.
Because we were just headed for disaster. Trump knows that, and he's been planning this since he lost the election in 2020, I think. I think he's been planning this all along, and he became really resolved.
I mean, the biggest mistake they made was taking him out of the 2020 election. Man.
Yeah. Yep. Because it just gave him more incentive and more time to plan.
And he did.
He did. Sure did. Now, Jim Cramer predicted that because of all the tariffs, we're going to have a Black Monday market crash, which anytime Jim Cramer predicts something, you can bank on the fact that it's not going to happen. The exact opposite is what you can count on.
But he's an expert.
Yeah, isn't he, though?
Expert.
Isn't he, though? Yeah. He said it would be like akin to Black Monday in 1987, but of course it didn't materialize. I think stocks, the Dow Jones went down 0.91%. So not even 1% yesterday. I mean, it still went down, but it seems to be moderating now. It seems to be leveling out a little bit. I think people are starting to stop the sell-off and the panic. The PANICANs that Trump talked about,
weak and stupid people,
are starting to relax a little bit. So it's hopefully if we just ride this thing out, like he says we should, I do believe he might be onto something here.
He's for the greatest. We'll have the greatest economy ever. And it'll be good to go.
It'll be beautiful.
It'll be beautiful.
It'll be great. It'll be fantastic. And we've never seen anything. Nobody's ever seen anything like it.
Right.
People are saying it's the greatest economy in the history of the world. So all of those things.
That's what they're saying. I know.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Now, here are 10 unfair trade practices faced by American exporters that Trump talked about yesterday. Number one, over 100,000 Chinese-made American flags. Okay, these are just some of the issues that we face. This isn't the entire trade problem that he's
Right.
trying to deal with. But these are among the issues that he's trying to address right now. So 100,000 Chinese-made American flags are sold every month on just one e-commerce platform alone, resulting in $2 million in lost sales for American manufacturers, which ultimately lead to job loss and business closures.
Okay.
Number 2, India bans imports of U.S. ethanol for fuel use. Similarly, Thailand restricts imports on fuel ethanol, requiring approval and issuance permits, and hasn't approved an import permit for fuel ethanol since 2005.
Wow.
You might recognize that as 20 years ago. Number 3, Angola recently announced it will restrict import licenses for beef, pork, and poultry products starting July 31st of this year. In 2024, U.S. poultry exports to Angola were valued at $136 million. Angola is the 9th largest market for U.S. poultry exports globally and the largest market for U.S. poultry on the African continent.
You wouldn't think that about it.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. I was somewhat surprised. Really, the 9th? Wow. Number 4, Japan maintains tariffs of up to 10.5% on U.S. seafood exports and also subjects several types of fish to a complex import quota system, which makes it difficult for U.S. exporters to enter the market on a reliable basis.
They got their own fishermen. They don't care about you.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of what Canada does. They've got all these protectionist policies that keep American products out of their area, but how dare you have any restrictions on their stuff that comes in? It's not fair. Thus, the unfair trade practices we're talking about right now. Number 5, the EU's deforestation-free supply chain regulation, the EUDR, aims to prohibit imports of 7 products, including cattle, cocoa, rubber, and wood, unless exporters meet various burdensome compliance requirements, including due diligence and geolocation data.
Which, most of that is so expensive, and it's that Trump was talking about that yesterday too. But again, that gets us back to regulations.
Right. It's just a way to hamper U.S. products.
Yeah.
The EU's number 6, the EU's Carbon Border Adjustment Mechanism, CBAM, imposes costly verification measures, could reduce U.S. exporters' advantage in the EU market over high emissions competitors, namely China. Number 7, illegal logging and illegal mining in South America, especially Brazil, Peru, Colombia, and Ecuador, fuel environmental degradation and create unfair competition that harms U.S. businesses committed to responsible sourcing and compliance with environmental laws. I mean, it's not just one thing. You know, it's not just the tariff. Number 8, Algeria's restrictions on generic pharmaceutical products and medical devices create significant barriers for U.S. exporters. These unfair trade practices limit market access for American companies, reduce competition, and hinder the ability of U.S. firms to provide affordable, high-quality medical products to Algerian patients. 9th, there's Kenyan imposing a 50% tariff on imports of U.S. corn.
Wow.
50% in Kenya. And they impose burdensome regulatory requirements, effectively blocking all U.S. exports of corn. Kenya's market for feed corn is currently estimated at $50 million, with a potential to grow by 30% by 2027. And finally, number 10, Nigeria's import ban on 25 different product categories impacts U.S. exporters, especially in agriculture, pharmaceuticals, beverages, and consumer goods. So pretty much everything.
Right.
Restrictions on items like beef, pork, poultry, fruit juices, medical supplies, and spirits limit U.S. market access and reduce export opportunities. So just compete fairly with us, all right? That's all we're asking. Just compete fairly. Stop with the regulations. Stop with the restrictions. Let's drop the tariffs, and let's have free trade. Real, honest-to-goodness free trade.
Okay. Done.
Love that. I would love that. All right, more coming up. Oh, including the Fat Five with Jeffy. Next.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
joining us. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Got some tweets here. Enrico Palazzo tweets, with Stephen A. Smith considering a run for president, AOC would make a great VP with her disdain for economy class seating. That's a nice callback to Stephen A.'s "You're flying coach" thing last week. Right. Remember that?
Yeah.
He was so disgusted with, was it Dan Orloff?
Yes.
That he didn't have his...
Orlovsky,
Dan Orlovsky, who didn't have his entire family flying first class.
To Hawaii.
To Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
so.
and he also said something. Did I save that? He talked about how he's no longer ruling out the possibility of running for president.
Yeah. Oh, wow. What an exciting announcement that is. Get your voting finger ready to push that button for Stephen A. Smith.
Sounds like you won't.
No, is that what it sounds like?
It sounded like that.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's weird. Unrepentant thought criminal tweets. AOC is fighting the oligarchy while flying first class. Indeed. Jimmy Dimples, 70 countries coming to the table on tariffs. Who are the holdouts? Or are they just are they a bunch too small and puny to bother with? No, because it includes China. China's not coming to the table. Yeah. So they're one, at least. From Paco, will Jeffy take care of the trade deficit with the Vatican when he's Pope? It's a good question. That's a good question.
I'm not sure what the numbers are, but we'll go ahead and take a look. The Pope's rolling on, though. He showed his mug this Sunday after the Mass. They rolled him out onto the stupid thing that he rolls out on, and he had his oxygen.
Very descriptive. Thank you for that.
They roll him out of the window there on the ledge.
Yeah, out onto the balcony.
It gives everybody a wave on the Pope ledge,
and then
he's put a little microphone in his face. And
can he still stand up?
No.
Can he walk?
I have not seen him walk.
Wow. Okay.
He's still in a wheelchair, and he has oxygen all the time now.
Oh wow. Really?
Yeah, they said he has the nasal oxygen during the day, and then massive oxygen at night as needed, which means every night.
Yeah, jeez. All right, let's check in with Jeffy and the Fat Five.
All right, well, I don't know what could possibly go wrong, but Colossal Biosciences, the de-extinction company, has brought back the dire wolf.
That's the thing. Nothing could go wrong.
Okay, well, all right.
Yeah,
then. You answered my question. This is the picture of Next Time magazine.
It used to be extinct, and they're bringing it back, right?
Yes. In a minute, we're going to hear the first howl from a dire wolf in over 10,000 years.
Oh, good.
And you're going to meet Romulus and Remus, the world's first de-extinct animals. They were born in October of last year.
Oh, they've already done it.
They've grown, yeah.
Wow.
The dire wolf has been extinct for 10,000 years. These two wolves were brought back from extinction using genetic edits derived from a complete dire wolf genome.
I love that stuff. I just
reconstructed.
Keep playing God. I think that works out really well for
Colossal
humanity.
From ancient DNA found in fossils back 11,000 to 72,000 years ago.
Keep doing it.
This moment marks not only a milestone for us as a company, said Colossal Biosciences, but also a leap forward for science, conservation, and humanity. From the beginning, our goal has been clear: to revolutionize history and be the first company to use CRISPR technology successfully in the de-extinction of previously lost species.
Wow.
By achieving this, we continue to push forward our broader mission on accepting humanity's duty to restore Earth to a healthier state. But this isn't just our moment. It's one for science, our planet, and humankind. And they love it. They're very passionate about it.
Well, because there's nothing that could possibly go wrong with that.
Thank you. And they just had a big sale out where they raised $10.2 billion in valuation with this last funding round. But I will say this: they also said that they have actually brought back 3 dire wolves now.
Okay.
3 wolves, 2 males, 1 female, the Remus and Romulus that we're going to hear from in a second when they were pups, and 1 female named Khaleesi from Game of Thrones. Love that. and they're expected. They said they're expected to be 140 pounds when fully grown. It's my understanding dire wolves were bigger than that. I mean, they were monstrous, and so this is the two pups, the Remus and Romulus. First time we've heard dire wolves in thousands of years.
Okay. All right.
I tell you, I played this for my wife, and we talked about my wife. They brought back the dire wolves, and she was like, "What? Why are we doing that?" And then I played that, and she was like, "Okay, I want one."
She wants one.
I want one.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, they're looking to bring back the Tasmanian devil, the dodo bird, and the woolly mammoth.
Woolly mammoths are coming back.
Nothing could go wrong with that.
No, it'd be fine.
There's not a documentary out there that proves that nothing.
No,
there isn't.
I've never seen a problem with it. Have you? Like a T-Rex or something. That'd be really fun.
No.
It'd be fun.
Actually,
wouldn't
it would be. Yes, it would be. It would be.
Are you
awesome
kidding me?
To see. Can
you imagine?
It would be great
if they could do that. We all know the danger, but
it's okay.
We wouldn't. We'd ignore it.
Absolutely, we would.
I'd absolutely ignore it, and I would go.
Premise behind Jurassic Park.
I would absolutely go. And if I happen to get eaten by a T-Rex or a Velociraptor, well, you got me. You got me on that one. Okay. Didn't see that coming. All right.
Well, actually, we did.
Actually, we did. But I ignored the danger, so I had it coming.
I figured I'd be safe. And, I wasn't.
You got me. Go ahead and enjoy.
Yes, we're all going
Bite me in half when I'm on the toilet seat. Whatever. I don't care.
I love all those movies so much.
I do too.
I love them.
They were good at first. I don't know if the Jurassic World '84 was good.
Oh, yeah, they all are. We got a new one coming out soon. Yeah, they're great.
Was it with Chris Pratt again?
He's out.
He's out?
Chris Pratt is out, yes.
Yeah, I think
it's going to be Scarlett Johansson now.
Yeah, I think the originals are out.
Oh, all the originals are gone. Oh, all right.
Yeah, it's a new Jurassic Park.
New generation.
New beginning.
Good.
Yeah, it'll be great. Yesterday we mentioned a Minecraft movie being number one at the box office last weekend. They were saying 157 million. I think they upped that to 160 some million now, and over 300 million globally. And it's now the biggest video game adaptation opening ever.
We've upped our totals now.
Up yours. And they did. And Super Mario Brothers takes a back seat now for the biggest video game adaptation opening ever. And I saw a chart that said who's actually watching the movie. And they talked about 35% of the audience was 13 to 17. 43% of the audience was 18 to 24. And it got a perfect cinema score for the under 18 crowd. I mean, that's the demographics they're going to want. Those are the people that are watching YouTube and TikTok, man.
To the point that cops are being called to movie theaters because their reactions to
they're screaming and partying and jumping up and down and stuff during the movie. Yeah.
Great.
Yes,
it's great.
Absolutely. Speaking of movies, though, I saw Tom Cruise post his social media post yesterday. Every choice, every mission has led to this. Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, which is coming May 23rd, 2025. So that'll be a boost in the movie theaters there. But during the NCAA Final Four and the championship last night, they had a promo for Mission Impossible, and it was just a quick read, like a 15-second promo, quick read from the announcers, and they had a graphic on the bottom of the screen. It was what a genius. I don't know what they paid. It had to be, I don't know, $15-20.
No, not $20. You don't think it's high as 20, do you?
I do. Do
you really?
Yeah, it was pretty good. But I loved it. This is my favorite thing. I seriously, it must cost a fortune.
Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to watch the new trailer for Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, starring Tom Cruise, online now.
And then we're back to the game.
Cool.
I mean, you get the promo and the graphic. Holy cow.
That says everything right there. Tom Cruise running across the screen at the bottom. That's awesome.
I know. That's an awesome graphic.
Really creative.
And so, we might as well watch the movie trailer because Tom said we had to.
Yeah.
It's Tom Cruise.
This can't all be true.
Every word. CIA Black Vault break-in. Am I reading this correctly? The Kremlin bombing?
In fairness, the bomb was actually meant to kill him.
He gassed a security briefing. That was just 2 months ago.
This explains the handcuffs. It's still not clear why he's here.
If we want to bring the world back from the brink, we have to deal with him. Should he choose to accept?
Smart people on every side are close to panicking.
Uh-oh.
What exactly is your plan?
Your team has been betrayed, Ethan. All your secrets compromised.
Everything you are, everything you've done, has come to this. You gave him an aircraft carrier?
Our lives
Final
are the
reckoning.
sum of our choices. This is your calling, your destiny. I have no regrets. Neither should you.
I need you to trust me. One last time.
I do, Tom. I do. I'm going to trust you.
I do, Tom.
I can't wait to see that.
I know.
That looks phenomenal.
It sure does.
Wow. That's going to be hard to live up to that trailer because that's.
I mean, that may be the best part of the whole movie
it might
right
be.
there.
Yeah, you might have just seen the movie.
Yes.
Anything we're seeing, you just saw. But I'm going anyway.
Me too.
Oh, yes.
Tell you that.
100%.
Yeah,
Yes.
We trust you, Tom.
we do. Seriously, Tom Cruise has rarely let me down with a movie that he's starred in. I can't think of a. Well, yes, I can. I can think of a couple of bad, and I didn't even actually see some of them myself, but I heard they were bad.
What
and
are
one
they?
of them was that one with, I don't know, the one he did with Nicole Kidman. It was kind of weird.
Oh, yeah, the
it was
mask one.
eyes. Was it Eyes Wide
Eyes
Shut?
Eyes Wide
Eyes
Shut.
Wide
yeah.
Shut.
It's kind of a big guy movie for
Yeah,
you.
I didn't see it, but almost everything. Minority Report, one of my
Awesome.
favorites of all time.
That's
I love that
a
movie.
great movie.
Love that. I don't know how many times I've seen it.
Same.
Many.
And
Same.
I'm sure you like
Jerry Maguire.
Yes.
Phenomenal.
I'm sure you like the where he's with the tard.
I'm sorry. You're. Are you talking about with Dustin Hoffman?
yeah.
Rain Man.
Yeah, Rain Man.
He's not retarded.
Oh yeah, whatever.
No,
he's on the
he's-
spectrum.
Yeah, he's on the spectrum.
He's on the spectrum,
but
yeah.
he's a genius on the
Yeah,
spectrum.
whatever.
So yeah, okay. Of course, got to go to Kmart. Go to Kmart. That'd be hard to do today.
Definitely time for Wapner.
Definitely
time for Wapner.
Definitely got to watch Wapner.
Boy, nobody knows what that is
I
anymore.
know.
man.
I know.
How long ago was that?
I
Judge
mean,
Wapner.
Wapner's over, Kmart's over. Any
all of it.
reference from that movie, gone. Long
History.
gone.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Be sure to subscribe to my daily show, Chewing the Fat, available wherever you get your podcast. Rate and review where possible. Chewing the Fat with Jeff Fisher, please. I was looking through social media thread on the best ads for products, and I thought I'd share a few because a few of these are really, really good. Start with the Nike ad, the billboard. Yesterday, you said tomorrow, Nike. I like that ad.
Yeah.
Then this ad for Liquid Death. They have the can of Liquid Death, and they have the mention from a social media post. I'm not sure if there's any way possible to make water seem less appealing. Disgusting name, decomposing head on the can.
Right.
Water is not actually
Right.
visible. And the little post-it note about them. People love us on the internet.
All of that is true, and yet it's apparently
It's great.
huge.
Yeah, and it's not bad. It's just water.
It tastes like every other water,
Yeah.
doesn't it? I mean,
They've
I gave you
they've come out with
Dasani
some other
and I
stuff.
gave you Liquid Death and I gave you some other brand, would you be able to tell the difference? I
don't
wouldn't be
know.
able to
I
tell
don't
the
know.
difference.
I don't know.
No way.
Sometimes I drink
No
a
way.
bottle of water from, say, Walmart a Great Value bottle or something.
Yeah.
I feel like it tastes different, but I don't know. I don't know because we're usually drinking the Sam's Club or Costco water anyway. So whatever. Then one of my favorites is from Raid with the Spider-Man arm.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it's really funny.
That's really good.
Right. And then the Timex billboard with know the time without seeing you have 1,249 unanswered emails. I like that one.
That's great.
And then the Porsche ad with honestly now, did you spend your youth dreaming about someday owning a Nissan or a Mitsubishi?
Brilliant. Brilliant. And the answer is no,
you did not.
None of us did.
No, you did not.
No, I was thinking Chevy Volt the whole time.
Did you dream of that the whole time?
Yeah.
And then the Spotify ad is awesome. Dear person who played Sorry 42 times on Valentine's Day, what did you do? Oh, that's really funny. Holy water.
Holy water.
That's not.
So this isn't the liquid death.
No, it is not.
This is the opposite of liquid death.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So does it taste special? Is it actually been blessed or something?
Blessed and prayed for.
Wow.
So
okay.
you can't open it.
It's very cold. I'll say that. You've chilled it quite nicely.
You can't open that though. I mean, holy cow! What are we doing? It's blessed holy water.
Supernatural spring water.
Yeah, I'm not opening that bad boy. I'll tell you that.
That's amazing. Wow. And how much are these? Is this really expensive?
$30 a case.
$30 a case.
And they've all been blessed?
Yes.
Wow.
That's what they claim?
That's what they claim, yes.
Is this doing well? Are people falling for this?
It just started. It's a brand new company that just started.
Wow.
Okay, two more quick ads that are my favorite. One from the World Wildlife Foundation with the history of Twitter and the Twitter bird from 2006 to 2012, with 2023 being X. And their caption is "Protect our wildlife before it's too late." That's awesome.
That's good.
That's really awesome.
That's good.
And then for Loctite, the glue that says Loctite fixes everything, with the picture of the royals, and Harry and Meghan have been ripped out of the family photo, and Loctite fixes everything, and they're trying to fix the picture back together. That's
some brilliant stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, really good.
888-900-3393. There's more of it, too, on the way.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
With a few tweets for you. Eagle tweets, "Good morning, everyone. Boy, we sure do need to get that lightning bolt behind Pat fixed. Steve Dace broke it, I think. I heard."
Well,
we
blamed him.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, we blamed him.
It must be true.
There you go.
It was on the radio.
It's on the internet.
Yeah, it's on the internet. So it's got to be true.
Got to be true.
Critical pathology. Keith gets a week vacation, and we get punished with a week of Jeffy?
Wait, what?
That's just so unfair. What? What next? Jasmine Crockett clips on an endless loop?
We could do that for you if you'd like, because I've got one from her today that is awesome.
She is so agonizing.
It's 36 seconds of awesomeness.
Oof. Should we get that out of the way here, since
because she is? If you want to,
let's go ahead.
Be reminded of who not to vote for.
Yeah, and it's right here in the Metroplex. It's hard to believe that our neighbors are voting for this person.
Right?
I know.
Stop it.
This
Stop.
Clip, she was, I forget where she was. She was at some church, and I should know exactly where she was, and I'll find that out when we're done listening to this clip.
All right.
But she is, and I might even say on the clip, but she is, I don't know, terrible.
Wonderful? Is that
that's the word?
Yeah, wonderful. All right, here's wonderful, Jasmine.
So I had to go around the country and educate people about
There you go. Yeah, Grace Baptist.
what immigrants do for this country, or the fact that we are a country of immigrants.
Right.
Pause it.
The fact
that is one of my least favorite lines in the history of this nation. We are not a nation of immigrants. We're a nation of legal immigrants. Okay? If you're going to talk about how people immigrated here and it was all great and that built the nation in the 1800s and all of that, yeah, they came the right way.
Correct.
And these were people who wanted to assimilate, who desperately wanted to be Americans. They didn't come here waving the Irish flag in our face. They didn't come here waving Norwegian flags. They came here, and my grandmother insisted that her children speak English. Yeah. She didn't want Gaelic spoken in the home. She made sure that her kids were going to speak English. She made sure that she could speak English. It was important to the immigrants who came here to become Americans because they loved this country and what it stood for and the possibility of it. That's what they loved, and that's what they believed in. If you come here and all you want to do is hang on to what you had before, why did you come here? It drives me out of my mind.
Sounds like you're a white racist.
Yeah. Is that what it sounds like?
It sounds like to me.
Well, that's what happens. That's what happens when you speak truth sometimes. All right, let's let her finish here.
The fact is, ain't none of y'all trying to go and farm right now.
And this whole ghetto act is so old with her.
Know.
Okay, so I'm lying. Raise your hands. You're not. You're not.
She's the worst.
We done picking cotton.
Oh, my gosh.
We are. You can't pay us enough to find a plantation.
I know that's right.
So I had to go around the country and educate
I can't take
people
anymore.
about...
No more. No. Oh.
Yeah, this was here.
What do you
actually.
live in 1930? Is that where she's living?
I guess.
Yes.
I guess. Yeah.
God.
Yeah, this was in Flower Mound. Grace Baptist Church.
Ah.
Right here.
Oh.
Her people.
Yeah, that's great. Ugh. Agonizing.
I mean, she's the new face.
I know.
She's one of the new strong,
more so
powerful
really than
faces.
AOC. Yeah, she's.
Yeah,
we're seeing her lately a lot more than AOC.
Well, that's because she's out babbling her mouth. And
every day
says stupid things
and trying to be more outrageous. I think with each appearance,
sure feels like it.
Yeah, because she loves the attention. She's just loves the attention.
She's been put on some of these committees, so when we have all these committee clips, she's part of it. Mm-hmm. So she absolutely loves the attention and is trying to be more and more outrageous.
No doubt about it. All right. Anytime in life you have to make a really big change, it can be really hard and stressful. And that's especially true when you're planning to buy or sell your house. It's really complicated, takes a lot of time and a lot of jumping through hoops and a lot of decisions to make that you don't necessarily know what the right decision is. That's where the realtor comes in. Somebody who knows what buyers are looking for. Someone who can direct you to the right neighborhoods and all the things that you're looking for, great school districts, all of that. Do you remodel your home in order to resell it? Well, the realtor will be able to tell you and lead you in the right direction there. Should you maybe change the countertops or remodel a bathroom or a kitchen?
See, I would say no.
Would you say no?
I would say no.
Yeah. Well, what if it was going to increase the value of your house by 3%? No, you'd still say no.
I would say no.
All right.
I'm not a real estate
But you're
agent.
not. No, thank goodness. Jeffy's not a part of Real Estate Agents I Trust because nobody trusts him for anything.
No.
So it wouldn't make any sense. Plus, he's not even a realtor.
Yeah.
As is the case with a lot of these realtors. They're not even really realtors. Right. They're just dabbling in it.
Well, I know a cousin, Pat.
Yeah, that's exactly
I know a guy.
I know a cousin.
No, thank you. Go to Real Estate Agents I Trust. It's a free service. We set you up with a great realtor, and then the rest is up to you. RealestateAgentsITrust.com.
Now, more of Pat Gray Unleashed.
So a woman walked off the field of a disc golf tournament. They used to call this
Frolf.
Didn't they?
Oh, yeah.
Frolf. I think it was Frisbee golf. And now it's apparently disc golf.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
That's dumb. Go back to Frolf. So anyway.
Have you ever played?
No. Disc golf?
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun. It's loads of fun.
Well, you're playing Frisbee, right?
Yes.
That is fun.
You're just trying to throw the Frisbee on the bucket.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think everybody's done some form of that, probably. But she walked out of the tournament because she refused to compete against a man. A video from the event called Music City Open in Nashville, Tennessee, showed Abigail Wilson announced as the next athlete to throw her disc. However, after stepping onto the platform, Wilson faked an initial throw before revealing she was abandoning the competition in protest. Females must be protected in our division, she said. This is unfair. I refuse to play. And she walked out.
Yeah.
A few onlookers applauded, with one person yelling, "Enjoy the couch."
Yeah, it was funny. I saw the clip online.
I mean, I don't agree with the sentiment, but it's funny. It's a funny line.
Yeah, it's funny.
You got to appreciate the line there. Wilson was upset over the inclusion of a player named Natalie Ryan, who's allegedly openly transgender, a man who believes he's a woman. Ryan has not made any public comment about the incident. Wilson, on the other hand, made lengthy remarks alongside her video, stating that females deserve to have their gender-protected division be protected. That's so true.
Yep.
She said, "This is unfair. I've worked so hard to get to this point, to play on Disc Golf Pro Tour, but the sacrifice of my career and my hard work is worth it if it means I can make a difference for other women, daughters, nieces in the future of our sport. If you feel how wrong it is to have biological males be competing in female-protected divisions in sports, now's the time to speak up and stand your ground."
Nice.
Why do you even have a female division if there's no difference between men and women in these sports? It's insane. They shouldn't have to be.
I think she'd want to compete, though, in disc golf.
Uh-huh.
I think she'd want to compete against the guys. Because I feel like, look, no one supports disc golf tournaments more than me.
No?
And I'm
Is that
a fan.
true?
And they have courses all over the Metroplex here. And
do
parks
they?
all over the Metroplex where they set up small courses for disc golf, which is where I became a fan. But I mean, I get the idea since this was a big tournament. But you think that she'd want to take
compete?
him on? Yeah, I could throw a frisbee in a bucket better than you.
But no, she's saying no. You would think, though, that wouldn't be one of the sports where there's a huge difference.
Maybe there is.
But again,
look, men are better than women.
So,
period. So we know that. So you know what? There is a difference.
Okay. All right. You going to stick to that? Direct all your comments toward Jeff Fisher at
chewingthefat@theblaze.com. Right there. At Jeffy JFR on X is fine. So whatever, however you want to get a hold of me.
We also had this situation where an Illinois man masquerading as a woman apparently walked into a women's restroom at the Florida Capitol last month and was shocked when officers standing nearby arrested him.
Oh, jeez.
But see, he did this to make a point. Marcy Reintgen, a 20-year-old college student from Illinois who identifies as transgender, notified public officials in advance of his intention to defy Florida law and use a restroom designated for females only. While visiting his grandparents in the Sunshine State in March, Reintgen wrote a letter to each of the 160 state lawmakers telling them of his plan to use the ladies' room. He even included a photo of himself for easy identification. So he's trying to make a point here. So, okay, you made your point, and we made ours. It's illegal, which means you're going to be arrested for it. He said in the letter, "I know that you know in your heart that this law is wrong and unjust." Okay, the law to keep men out of a women's restroom
is unjust.
Ridiculous.
Very.
I know that you know in your heart that transgender people are human too. Yeah, right. And they
we're
can
not
go to the
saying
bathroom.
You're not human.
Yeah, we're just saying you can't go into a women's room if you've got a wiener.
It is man.
Thank you. I know that you know that I have dignity. That's why I know you won't arrest me. And they did. I just love
really?
that.
Okay.
I love it.
Hands behind your back.
So, of course, he was all pissed off. And he claims, it's all because I went in to wash my hands. Okay. No. You can't just wash your hands anywhere you want. You can't just go into a women's restroom, a women's bathroom, a women's locker room, and do whatever you want in there. You can't. Sorry. But not sorry, really.
It's just so strange that it's something that's wanted.
Yeah, I know.
When they and I don't know how long they, after they arrested him, her, the they, them, it. If it was, it's a misdemeanor, I'm guessing. I don't know the law of how it reads, but I don't know if they actually take you to jail or they just detain you.
Second-degree misdemeanor trespassing. Yeah.
So I don't even know if they take you to jail. They write you up and then they, kick you out of the back of the police car. But maybe the police should just remind all the trans people that want to use the women's bathroom that
boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Thanks for the tip. And then we just move on from there.
Yeah. It would be nice if we could move on with this because it's gotten so ridiculous. Like, we're the ones who are unreasonable.
Correct. And that's the thing. We hear all the time trans people are being, they hate us and they want to kill us because I can't use the bathroom. No. Nothing could be.
There's a bathroom you can use. Now, and the thing is, they won't even accept if a separate trans bathroom. They won't. That's not even good enough for them.
Right.
Okay. If you don't want to go into the men's room, fine. How about a trans bathroom?
Well, now I'm standing out even more.
Right. Well, you're standing out quite a bit right now going into the women's room.
Are you saying people can tell?
Yeah, people can tell.
You're a guy?
Yes.
Huh.
So you might want to.
Even with a dress on.
Even with a dress on. Yeah.
And makeup?
Isn't that weird? And makeup.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Even when you have the fake, breastages, the mammalia protuberances
Some
there.
Some of them are fake, by the way.
The snoobage.
In today's world. Some of them are fake.
Okay.
What about the heels?
The heels, yeah. You can still tell. All right.
The size 13 heel gives it away.
A little bit. Weird. A little bit. 888-900-3393. All right. Let me tell you about this limited supply box of Easter cookies from Kexi.com.
Nice.
We've got the cute little play on words here. Exquisite bites await. Mm-hmm. Right. Little bunny on the front.
My order came in today.
Yeah, your Easter box came. Chris's Easter box came. And then you open it up. If I can figure out how to do that.
It's very easy to open the box.
Tells you what delicious cookies are inside. The carrot cake cookie, the Texas chocolate chip, the white chocolate strawberry. You haven't lived until you've eaten the orange chocolate brownie. We also have the blueberry lemon. You'd be happy to know that is back. And the M&M cookie, all in this Easter box. You're going to love it. Now, these sell out really fast. We expect it'll be gone by, who knows, maybe even today. So if you want a box for Easter, you'll need to order it right away. And the cutoff is absolutely the 13th to get it to you by Easter. And the orange chocolate brownie is just our orange chocolate rich fudgy delight infused with a burst of citrusy orange flavor packed with milky chocolate chips, drizzled with luscious chocolate, and topped with a vibrant orange candy. Perfect balance of indulgence and brightness in every bite, but it's got the oranges in it too, so
good.
It's health food.
It's healthy.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's an absolute health food. So you got that going for you.
You know what's going to happen with this particular cookie? Ice cream is going on top of it.
That'll make it even healthier. So that's a good idea.
Because I want to be healthy.
Yeah. And Donna said, you don't have to take my word for it or Jeffy's or Chris's. Donna said, my husband got me these cookies for our anniversary. These were the best cookies I have ever had. The cookies are huge. We shared the cookies with our kids and parents. Everyone loved them. I'll definitely be ordering more. Thanks, Don. Appreciate that. You can get yours at Kexi.com. That's Kexi. Kexi.com.
Subscribe today. BlazeTV.com/Pat. Pat Gray Unleashed returns after this.
Yesterday at this time, we played a clip from James Carville. Kind of outrageous, I think you'll find. This is the clip that I'm talking about. It goes a little something like this. Thought you said we had that clip.
Companies that are sucking up to him, that are giving him tens of millions of dollars for access. Do you know what's going to happen? Do you know how this ends? Do you know these collaborators with the country is going to feel toward collaborators with this regime?
Okay.
Maybe you need to go in history and see what happened in August of 1944.
Oh, boy. We're going back.
After Paris was liberated.
Yeah, Nazi
they didn't take very kindly to the collaborators.
Okay, so we played that clip from James Carville where he compares Trump supporters to Nazi collaborators in France in World War II. So
he's a political machine expert.
I made the comment, how is anybody married to this guy, let alone Mary Madeline?
Right.
And said, Mary, please, if you're in trouble, blink twice. We'll send help.
Yeah. That's awesome. And
so later yesterday, I got this email from Mary.
Get out of here.
Pat, if you didn't run James's commentary, I'd never hear it. Now I am blinking.
Wow. That's funny.
So, Mary, we're sending help. Help is on the way.
I mean, we have to.
Right now, we have to.
We offered help. We have to.
You can't just leave her hanging there. She's in trouble.
If no one shows up and we see Mary on the roof with a sign that says blink,
I'm blinking. Yeah. So
we have to.
I guess it would have to be that way, though, if you're that polarized from your spouse, right? A married couple with such polarized political viewpoints, you just couldn't talk about politics, right?
Well, you see him where he always is in the back room there, doing
he must,
whatever interviews he does.
Must skulk off to a different part of the house.
Back there.
In this clip, he looks like he's at a hotel.
Oh, there you go.
Yes. So
this
maybe.
one looks like he's at a hotel.
That's possible.
So he's doing some traveling. He's just on his own. He does his thing. I don't know what it is.
I mean, you just wouldn't want to know, right? If Jackie was so opposite of everything I believed, I would never talk to her about it. And I just couldn't.
Amber always comes to me with like, what does this mean? And it was just something stupid I said on the show.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right, well,
okay. Yeah, and then you just discount it.
We just move on.
Yeah.
Let's move it on.
Which we discount everything you say, so it works out.
Wait, no, we're talking about helping
well.
Mary Madeline now. We're not talking about...
even the ones that are listening to you at the time just discount everything you have to say.
That hurts.
So it wouldn't be a problem. Not that we would be married to you in the first place, but we don't have to be to discount everything you say.
No, I understand
just
what you're
know
saying.
That.
I don't know if you know. And there's no need for you to go on.
I just wanted to make sure I was clear on the subject.
We were helping Mary.
But help should be there any minute now, Mary. We're sending them.
The Pat Gray strike team is on its way.
Yes.
That was nice, though. That was nice.
Very nice. Appreciate that. Got some tweets here from Giblets Hogasm. Giblets at Hogasm. At the entrance to the disc golf course, I saw a guy stretching. Bless his heart. What are you saying? Stretching's not necessary for that rigorous sport? Wow.
I feel like you, Pat Gray, don't think it's a sport.
No, I absolutely.
To the tone I got from you.
Because you actually have to do this, which is excruciatingly difficult.
If you don't stretch, you can pull a muscle.
Yeah, you could pull a muscle right there. Or throw your shoulder out.
Throw your shoulder out, pull a hammy.
Yeah, you could. So good thing he was doing some stretching. Nightwolf tweets, I could be wrong, but nobody's been forced to pick cotton for 160 years, Jasmine.
Don't bog her down with facts.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. From Sarah Barra. Sarah the Band. Not only has Jasmine never picked cotton, but her privileged ass has probably never even picked out cotton towels. She has servants to do that.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah. And it's so amazing that we even pay attention to anything she says because she's so outrageous. I mean, that's what's happening in the Democrat Party, though. They're getting more outrageous every day.
And we pay attention because she's a sitting congressperson.
Yeah, right.
So I don't know how you
I'd love
pay
to ignore her. I'd love to never hear from her again. But unless somebody defeats her in Congress, we're going to have to continue to hear from her.
And then look what it would be a lot less that we'd have to hear from her because it's like Beto, right? He loses everything that he touches, but we still hear from him from time to time.
Mm-hmm. His name is Robert, not Beto.
Yeah, whatever.
Robert Beto O'Rourke.
Yeah.
Right. But he first ran for, was it governor at first?
I think it was
Congress.
That
last? No, first
Congress.
It was, okay, he was a congressman, but then he ran.
He lost.
Was he running for president too? I mean, he's run for so many things, I don't even remember him now. He ran for Senate, he ran for president, he ran for governor, he ran for councilman. I mean, he's run for virtually every position and lost them all.
Yeah, except for that first one. All right, the first one, the father-in-law bought that seat.
Yeah, because I think his father-in-law is a billionaire.
Yeah,
right.
And the father-in-law got him the seat, and he couldn't even hang on to that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I laugh. I still see cars from time to time at a red
with a
light.
Beto sticker.
Beto.
Oh, jeez. That's embarrassing.
That is. Take it off.
If you can't get it off, sell your car.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
This is great. Supreme Court just ruled that deportations may resume.
Yeah, they said that the government can use a rarely invoked wartime law to deport Venezuelan migrants.
How about
said they must get a court hearing first. Chief Justice Roberts temporarily blocked that judge's order. And so let's roll on.
Yeah. Let's move on. How about that? So they sided with the Trump administration in the Alien Enemies Act. It's a landmark victory for the rule of law. An activist judge in Washington, D.C. does not have the jurisdiction to seize control of President Trump's authority to conduct foreign policy.
And that's what needs to happen.
Keep the American people safe.
Congress needs to rein in.
Thank goodness.
We need to rethink the way these one judge can affect the entire nation and the elected president of the United States from doing his duty. I think not.
Right.
And once again, Amy Coney Barrett sides with the left.
Oh, she's been a disappointment.
What is going on?
My gosh. So is she just in the sorority now? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Or just the sorority of liberal females?
Yes, TDS is hard on her.
Yeah.
That's unreal.
We saw the way she looked at him at the State of the Union that wasn't the State of the Union.
Yeah.
And I guess that was true.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a one-night thing.
Yep.
Wow. Bizarre.
Very bizarre.
It's absolutely bizarre. And she was supposed to be so very conservative. Remember? I mean, we thought she was going to be
originalist.
I mean, like
originalist. That's the word.
Yeah.
Yes, originalist. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not so much.
No,
not so much.
And I mean, I forget what president it was that nominated her to be a Supreme Court justice.
Biden, right?
Man, no.
Obama?
Was it?
No. Somewhere in between there.
Oh, between those?
Kennedy,
I think it was between Obama and Biden, but who was that? I don't know. I can't remember. I can't remember.
No one remember.
Was it H.W. Bush?
There you go. There you go.
H.W. Bush.
H.W. Bush.
Right.
Yes. I think it was Carter. I think it was Jimmy.
It's insane.
It is absolutely
How does
insane.
this happen so often?
I don't know.
It only happens to the conservatives.
Only conservatives.
That's
yeah, right.
for sure.
Right. It's not like Ruth Bader Ginsburg was siding with conservatives most of the time. That never happens. Never. But man, Sandra Day O'Connor was the same way. She was appointed by Reagan, and look at her votes. She went askew. I mean, over and over, Kennedy. I mean, You could go on and on and on. Souter. There are so many of them that have turned. It's just bizarre.
And I don't know, was Roberts ever a conservative?
Yeah, yes.
Was he?
At the beginning, supposedly. But, man, he hasn't turned out to be.
No, he hasn't.
A conservative that you can rely on.
I mean, I know he voted, in the correct way.
In this particular case, he did. So good for him on that one.
Good for us.
Good for us. Yeah. Good for America. All right. 888-900-3393. Got this opinion piece in USA Today, and we're seeing so much of this lately because there's a couple of books coming out about the Biden years. And this is from Nicole Russell, who says, we were right. New books expose the truth about Biden's failing health.
No kidding.
And I'm furious.
Amen.
She says, for months in early 2024, conservatives like myself tried to sound the alarm on President Joe Biden's declining physical and mental health. It was obvious that he was unwell. And here's the thing. For us, at least, it was way before 2024. It was 2019 when we were trying to sound the alarm.
This is what kind of ticks me off about all these books and these great revelations that we're finding out. Is like,
we knew this a long time ago. 5 years ago. Easily.
Were you now even watching?
Yeah.
You were, and most of these people were inside. They damn well knew what they were doing.
Right. And it's been not just a year or a year and a half in the making. It's been 5-6 years.
Yes.
That he was declining. And we talked about it back then. And we talked about in 2020 how you can't elect this guy. He's already declining.
Yes.
She writes, yet Democrats and much of the legacy news media ignored that reality and even attacked those of us who were willing to speak the truth. That's for sure. They claimed we were fabricating tales and spreading baseless conspiracy theories. Now the narrative has changed dramatically. Journalists are publishing books and news articles detailing not only Biden's poor health, but also an orchestrated cover-up inside the White House. According to one of the books, even one of Biden's closest former aides now admits that the commander-in-chief was out of it last year as he attempted to run for re-election. Yeah, Ron Klain, the chief of staff for Joe Biden, has admitted it. It's despicable, really.
Most certainly.
Because where were you when we needed you as a nation to come forward and say, this guy can't do this job anymore?
And especially people like him in their positions. I can almost be okay with Jill covering up her husband's inadequacies. Because she wanted the power in the White House and her husband was the president and she hated him. We got it. But I can almost kind of let that one go because it's the wife. But those other people that are in positions that are supposed to be for the American people, that's
I just want Jill to know
isn't good enough.
I don't feel the same way as Jeffy. I can't almost let it go. I can't come anywhere near letting it go that Jill ignored it the whole time and pushed him forward the whole time. It just showed that she didn't care about America or him.
No.
Or him.
No, it was all about her.
It was all about her and what she wanted.
She was the wife.
Yes, it's despicable. She's supposed to be helping him. Not using him, not mercilessly pushing him in front of the American people when he's not capable of doing the job.
She didn't want to, but then she looked at him and went, "Oh my gosh, I hate him so much. I have to."
So you're excusing her based on her hatred for her husband.
I could do that. Yeah,
that's kind of beautiful when you think about it.
I try.
That's really lovely. It's a nice sentiment, Jeffy. I didn't.
But the people like Klain, that's criminal.
Oh, my gosh.
Criminal.
It's treason. It's treason. When you get right down to it, it's treason. Because you're allowing him to lead America down a path that he's got no business leading us down.
And people are making decisions that were not elected to make decisions.
Exactly.
With the way this country was headed. And that's unacceptable at the very least.
Sure is. Ugh, man. It pisses me off just to think of it.
I know.
Just so incredibly wrong. And, the other aspect of that is that we were we were accused of being ridiculous conspiracy theorists who were just partisan hacks who just didn't like Joe Biden, blah, blah, blah. Well, and then it's all proven.
And what we saw
afterwards
isn't what we're seeing. That's not what you saw. You didn't see Barack.
Yeah, you don't see him behind the scenes, man. This guy's sharp as a tack.
You did not. What you thought you saw with Barack leading him off the stage, helping him find his way off the stage, that's not what you saw.
You have to look with better eyes than that.
Yeah, thank you.
That's kind of what we were told.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, wow.
I mean, it's maddening.
The vindication is pretty sweet at this point, but where were you before?
It's not my concern.
And the country is not the better for it.
Oh, that's for sure. No, there's no question about that. All right. Chris, tell me about this NBC inside the federal
mine. So you guys remember that mine that is
in
processing
right?
all the retirement for the federal government?
Oh, yes. Yeah,
so
yeah.
NBC was given the inside
access to it?
Yes. It's fascinating.
Okay.
Buried deep inside this mine in western Pennsylvania is a little-known government office that handles a critical mission for the federal workforce, now set to be overhauled by the Department of Government Efficiency.
From the mine entrance, which they call the portal, we took some golf carts a few hundred feet down into the mine. You can feel the air change when you get inside, and you can see this is all just roughly cut out of the limestone. This was once a limestone mine. And down here, this is where we find the OPM office, where a few hundred federal employees process all retirement paperwork for the entire federal government.
It's an analog operation, all done on paper. It can take months for the Office of Personnel Management to process a case, potentially delaying.
If you're not seeing the report and you're just listening to it, it looks like an office space, a warehouse from the 1950s, because it's all done.
That's what it is.
Analog.
That's what it is. Yes.
In fact, yes, it is from the 1950s or 40s or 30s. They're not. This isn't even computerized?
No.
All paper.
Well, Doge.
Wow.
Some of the Doge guys are going through it as we speak.
Are they?
That's what he said in that one interview, that they are trying to go through them.
These unelected officials?
Correct.
Are going through it? Oh, wow.
That's
and
correct.
having access to all of our information?
So my social security number is in that.
It's compromised. It's compromised now, Chris.
No, those papers are just for the retirees. Right?
Exactly. So
those
my
papers
social
are just
security
for the
is there.
retirees.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's retired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They even have gate guards in there? I don't know that that's true.
Maybe the gate guards, there's a special place for them, because there's certainly a special place in our hearts.
Even lower.
I mean, I know that. And especially with Jeffy.
There is.
Yeah.
We appreciate that.
Don't try to hide it.
The gate.
Don't try to hide it. All right, let him finish here.
Done on paper. It can take months for the Office of Personnel Management to process a case, potentially delaying retiree benefits.
The facility has literally miles of files, some 26,000 filing cabinets filled with retirement paperwork, some of them stacked 10 high.
Matt McIsaac runs the day-to-day operations inside.
When you look out over all of this, what do you see?
I see people. I see careers. I see service.
They're like, what do you mean a mine?
When Elon Musk brought up the mine in an Oval Office appearance back in February as a target ripe for reform, McIsaac agreed.
He's right. We have to improve the way that we do things for federal employees and for the American public.
You think?
A mine doesn't work for you with file cabinets and papers?
It's safe there.
That's unbelievable.
It is.
That's unbelievable. It's literally millions of pages of people's information in these file cabinets.
And they can only do so much so fast to go through. And that's how they actually found out about it, because Elon wanted all these people to either retire or quit.
Right.
And they said, well, we can only do...
Well, we got to go to the mine and figure out...
They could only do so many a month. And he was like, why? Why can't the program handle it?
Right.
Well, because there's not a program. It's
humans.
It's paperwork in the mines.
And now we go to the mine workers.
Wow. And now we go to the mine workers?
No, I'm talking about that's what happened is when you retire, your paperwork goes to the mine workers.
Yes.
It's baffling. It's mind-boggling. I don't even know what to say about it. It's so ridiculous. In the greatest country in the history of the world, We're stuck in the middle of the 20th century instead of joining us in the 21st. And you know how much stuff has happened since that warehouse was installed?
Oh, my gosh.
Jeez.
And I said
we had a whole technological revolution in the meantime.
And I said I wish I was in the file cabinet business, but I bet they're made in China.
Oh, probably. Yeah, I'll bet you're right. That is crazy. That is criminal. And why? Why haven't we updated that? It's too hard. I think they said that they've tried, right? But it was just too much work or whatever.
Yeah, it takes
they couldn't
a long
figure
time
out how to do it.
Right.
Well, yeah, you're gonna have to enter all those names into a computer.
You have to start here. You just start here,
and you got to do it. And then so hire a bunch of people, have them go in there and do the work. I mean, I know it's tedious and difficult, but shouldn't we maybe do it?
So according to the internet, they started processing at that place in 1960s.
Oh, there you go. So it was built in the 50s.
That's incredible.
Probably still processing. From
and that one interview with all the Doge guys, when Elon was there and he had all the Doge guys rode up next to him, they were talking about digitizing, going in and taking care of it. And I don't know if he mentioned a timeline on it or not. But so I'm sure the timeline is
I'd say I agree with Jeffy. Start today. If you retire today,
I mean, you have to start.
Yeah.
You have to start.
Exactly. You know what? Some of the employees, the federal employees that have been fired, rehire them and put them to work.
I'm okay with that too.
Entering the information into computers.
You get this. You get these file cabinets. Do these.
Yeah.
Before you leave.
And then get the hell out.
And then get out.
Well, I mean, that's going to take years. Because there's literally tens of millions, right? I mean, how many people have retired since the 60s?
Those
Quite
10
a few.
file cabinets are yours. Then get out.
You then beat it, okay? But here's the thing, minimum wage is $7.50 an hour, so you're going to make some cash.
Yes, you will.
So congratulations on that.
Yeah, we're not hiring you back at your salary.
No. This is part-time work.
Right.
This is part-time work.
All right. Let me tell you about this new movie from Angel Studios. It's the studio behind The Sound of Freedom, which was fantastic. It's called King of Kings. A father tells his son the greatest story ever told about Jesus. And what begins as a bedtime tale becomes a life-changing journey through vivid imagination. The boy walks alongside Jesus, witnessing his miracles, facing his trials, and understanding his ultimate sacrifice. The King of Kings invites us to rediscover the enduring power of hope, love, and redemption through the eyes of a child. This movie has a high-profile cast of voices that includes Oscar Isaac, Pierce Brosnan, Mark Hamill, Kenneth Branagh, Ben Kingsley, Uma Thurman is in it, Forrest Whitaker, just to name a few. There's also really beautiful animation, and it's the perfect movie to enjoy with your whole family this Easter. What better time could there be than to see a movie like this? So let me encourage you to go see King of Kings. It's in theaters on Friday. It opens this Friday. Get your tickets today at angel.com/unleashed. That's angel.com/unleashed to get your tickets today.
Pat Gray Unleashed now continues.
Hey, free speech in Europe and in Australia and in England, which is kind of part of Europe, but it's non-existent now.
Canadian sure feels that way.
It does. Yeah, it really does. It feels like the West has just fallen. A Canadian father recently sat before an Australian tribunal in Melbourne for 5 days. Why? Because he shared an article from the Daily Mail in an X post last year.
So did he receive the death penalty? Or?
I hope so. I hope. Chris Elston, better known as Billboard Chris, flew halfway around the world to defend not only his own free speech rights, but also those of all people.
And good for him for doing this.
Yeah.
I don't know that I would have done that.
Oh, no way would I do this.
I mean, you mentioned yesterday, just to cut into the story about what's his face getting charged in England. And I thought, oh, man, I don't think
Russell Brand.
Russell Brand, because he's supposed to go.
I wouldn't go back.
The judges on the 2nd of May.
No, thank you.
I don't know that I'd go back for that.
No, I know. Right.
Because, first of all, the charges against Russell are 25 years old. But I don't know that I trust those courts for this. For him or specifically this guy. Good for him for going to face him.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'd do that.
Right. But he linked to an article from one of the most read news websites in the world. And the post was deemed by eSafety in Australia.
Yeah, I love that.
Who doesn't love eSafety? We all count on them for our electronic safety, don't we?
We do. Yes, we do.
But it was deemed to be cyber abuse material targeted at an Australian adult. X initially resisted pressure to censor the content in any way, but later geo-blocked the post in Australia when hit with a formal takedown notice. Billboard Chris, with legal support from ADF International, was challenging that order. And so that's when he flew to Australia and did this. That's incredible.
Yeah, good for him.
This guy is, that's heroic, really. It's heroic. He's fighting for free speech around the world.
Yeah.
But it's not about one post. It's about whether governments should be able to censor lawful expression because they don't like the content. And in this case, the content they don't like is the rejection of gender ideology. So Day One revealed how thin the complaint really was. eSafety's lawyers claimed that part of the problem was that Chris had revealed Cook's place of work and posted private images. Chris, however, simply reposted the Daily Mail's piece, which named Cook's workplace. A detail already publicly available online. And as anyone who uses social media knows, the featured images were pulled from a Daily Mail article not supplied by Chris. So how are you charging him with anything?
Right, he just shared the story.
Yeah, right. And it becomes more ridiculous than that. The Daily Mail had obtained the photos from Cook's own social media, where he named his workplace. So the argument didn't just collapse under scrutiny. It exposed the flimsy foundation that's apparently sufficient for this kind of bureaucracy to suppress any content that they don't like at all on the internet.
We here at eSafety, this was an oversight on our part, and we apologize, but we still care about the Australian media and how people are post just horrible things online.
I think that's going too far. I don't think eSafety is even sorry about any of it. They don't care.
I don't think so either.
They don't care. Really incredible where Australia is right now. Canada's in the same place. England is in the same place.
They're trying to make us that.
And they're trying to get us there.
They sure are.
And
they're trying to get us there for sure.
We need to be more like Billboard Chris, who we all take a stand on this stuff.
Yeah, we have to. And look, some things happen, right? The girl from Ole Miss that is so distraught now because the internet caught fire of a rumor that wasn't true. She claims it wasn't true. That she was sleeping with her boyfriend's dad. She had sex with her boyfriend's dad, who is the quarterback for Ole Miss. It's going in the NFL draft now. Jackson Dart.
Jackson Dart?
That was the story.
Okay, so his girlfriend
slept with his dad.
Supposedly slept with Jackson Dart's dad? Where'd that come from?
She claims it's not true. Nobody knows. It just started. It was just a rumor that caught fire
You gotta
online
be kidding me.
And went everywhere. And she was destroyed over it.
Oh, man.
She was destroyed over it.
That's ugly.
And now she's trying to say because people like us and, Pat McAfee talked about it, didn't even name her, talked about it and, contributed to the fire.
That's right. She's suing McAfee?
Well, she's talking about it. I don't think she could sue anybody for anything, but good luck with that.
Yeah.
Because it was just they didn't even name her. I actually saw them talking about it. I watch Pat from time to time, and I saw that was at the the special that they had, and he just brought it up and didn't even mention her name.
Are Jackson Dart and the girl still together?
I don't know that. I'm not sure about that.
That's interesting. I hadn't heard the rumor. I've seen bits and pieces of this story, but I don't think I knew the initial thing that got it going in the first place.
Is her name? No, she's 19.
How dare you mention her name? She's how old?
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Kate, we get to talk about it. Okay? I'm sorry that if it's not true, and you know what? I'll take you at your word that it's not true.
Yeah.
I don't know where it started.
Yeah.
I don't know who did it. It's terrible.
It's interesting because there was a similar rumor about Zach Wilson that he slept with.
with other mothers.
With the best friend of his mother. Yeah, with his mom's best friend. Of course, I don't know that he ever denied it. He certainly didn't confirm it, but I don't know if he ever denied it. So,
you guys saying that's wrong to do that?
Saying that's wrong.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, just to start a rumor like that.
That's not.
The rumor is
a
wrong.
rumor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not to do
right. All right. More coming up tomorrow. We'll see you then.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.